the results of all that in Vienna. But I can tell you two things. That we have been quite better than last year in organizing ourselves. I mean, I don't know if in Vienna then the country X will say something and the country Y exactly the contrary. I cannot predict that. But on paper, I can say that the European Union has been more effective in trying to speak with one voice in this context. Now, defending the principles that we have until the end, I don't know. I cannot give you an answer. I cannot give you the answer if the European Union can be so strong as Mexico is now to say, look, better no statement than a statement which is not meaningful for us. I cannot give you an answer to that because this is what member states are actually discussing. They are taking into consideration all options, including one to be vocal also in Britain on different issues, including the one of the death penalty, which can seems absurd, but there are countries that oppose to the mention of death penalty in papers. Of course, to the mention that death penalty doesn't have to be applied in these cases. So, I don't have an answer on that, but yes, I have an answer on the fact that we are ameliorating, which is already something, because I can tell you that respect to last year, the European Union is acting better with one voice. So, it's already something.
Yeah, thanks. I think I can just underline everything that Paola said, and I just wanted to add, we, the agency, we do scientific cooperation with quickly everybody in the world who is competent, or countries that are competent, for sure, the US, Canada, Australia, and so on, top outside the European Union. We do technical cooperation. We have a daily cooperation with CCAT, the drugs agency of the Organization of American States. So all these countries you saw here, we are quite closely involved. We have a neighborhood policy area, Russia, candidate countries. This is daily business for us. We are a small agency, 100 people, but very much linked, I would say, to the rest of the world. And we are very active players in two big commission programs, or commission finance program, commission external action service, commission finance programs in Latin America and in Central Asia. All that is taking place, but what I said earlier, I think there is a really important in building alliances. In the UN, in the CND that takes place now, there's the high level next week and the big CND the week after. A big part of these meetings are endless discussion about texts for resolutions. And this is word by word, where the European Union wants to have a mentioning of harm reduction, and the Iranian wants to have the heroes mentioned that are killed for fighting drug dealers or something like that. And this, to bring that together is almost impossible. And my opinion is that this cooperation we are doing, scientists are doing, others are doing at more technical scientific level, that should be much, much more used to build trust, to build alliances, and not go to Vienna then and start, even if the EU member states are together, and then you have to convince the other 150 about something that you bring in Vienna. This has to be a task all throughout the whole year, and you have to build these alliances permanently. And this is what I'm saying, this is something where the European Union is not very good. It is true, the European Union is much more united than it was a few years ago. I mentioned many examples that you find in all member states, which were very much discussed a few years ago. But the building alliances and getting then resolutions through in Vienna is a work of the whole year and cannot just start a few weeks before the meeting, and that is a bit how it takes place. You know, the horizontal drugs group in the council has just discussed, I think last week, I mentioned these 5 ideas, not banning the death penalty, bringing in again harm and risk reduction and so on. But I think at the European Union we are always starting too late. One of the problems clearly is